Makita ko kayo. Oops. Okay. You may, if you want to answer, you can unmute, you can answer freely by unmuting yourself, or you can chat, pero kung di ko mabasa, basta sagot lang kayo ng sagot pag tinatanong ko kayo. Okay. So sige, let's start. Kita na slides na? Alright. Okay, I will be recording per ano ha, permission to record everybody. Well, popost lang naman sa atin, no? Okay. Okay. So the lecture, bakit kaya sasabihin niyo? Bakit kaya, Doc, bakit digestion and absorption? Sa bandang dulo na. Gusto niyo ba talaga kaming ipasa, Doc? Kasi parang ang dali-dali lang ng digestion and absorption, di ba? Comparing it with the chemistries of carbohydrate, protein, fats, and nucleic acids, bakit ito nasa huli? Eh, very simple lang naman siya. But if we would progress through the discussion, you would realize that it's really an application of everything that you know already. You have to really finish all the chemistries before you understand digestion and absorption. You also have to finish enzymes. Tapos na tayo, di ba? So all of that put together is already applying it in the topic of digestion and absorption. So we first define what is digestion and what is absorption. This is the orientation of your GI tract. Okay? Ito ang bloodstream, capillaries. You have your cells. Ano nakikita natin dito? Ano itong mga to? Ha? If this is the small intestines, what do you see that there? That's a microvilli. Correct? These are your enterocytes. They are the microvilli. Ano purpose ng microvilli? Hindi si Dr. Villa. Oh, bakit? Anong purpose ng mga yan? It's to what?
Increase the surface area.
Okay, it's to increase the surface area because you want to absorb more. Compared to the cell membrane on the other side, basolateral membrane, the apical side or the luminal membrane has a bigger surface area. Therefore, you know that the food in the lumen of the small intestine gets to be absorbed maximally. Okay? So ito ngayon ang kinakain natin. What do we want to do? Ang lalaki dyan. Gusto mo siyang i-break into smaller pieces so that, smaller nutrients, so that the monomeric units of all your nutrients are the only ones who can fit into the microvilli and get absorbed. Do you follow? That's its digestion. Breaking down the food so that it can be what? Transported and absorbed going through the cells and eventually to the bloodstream. Okay? So that is by definition your digestion and absorption. Okay? So what are the steps? Breakdown of food. Eh, dalawang klase po doon ang pag-breakdown ng food. Number one, mastication, physical digestion. Correct? Number two, chemical digestion. Okay? So we will concentrate in our discussion class, lagi natin pag-usapan, what? Chemical digestion. And that's making use of digestive enzymes. Kaya nga dapat tapos na kayo sa enzymes. Do you follow? Okay, clear? All right. For enzymes to work maximally, anong sabi ni Doc Bravo? Kailangan meron kang electrolytes. Okay? To set a good environment. Okay? There are enzymes that work on neutral pH. That's why you need a base. And there are enzymes that would work on acidic pH. Ano kaya yung acidic pH? Ano yung enzyme na nag-work at maximally at an acidic pH? Anyone? Who knows? Ha? It is, Steven, your?
Pepsin po.
Okay, very good. Pepsin, which comes from the inactive form pepsinogen. So, saan mo siya nakikita? Sa stomach, no? Okay? So, that's where you have your acid. And then your base comes, your bicarbonate comes from your pancreas. Okay? Because you know that the pancreas, for the enzymes to work maximally, it needs to be on neutral pH. Okay? And then, another requirement, at para saan itong bile acids? Alam nyo na yan.
Breakdown of fat.
Okay. Is it needed for breakdown of fats? So siya ba nagda-digest? O meron siyang ibang function in fat, digestion and absorption? Ano yung specific function ng bile acids niya? It is starts with letter E. Okay, Marjorie? It is the
Emulsification po.
very good emulsification of fats. Okay? All right. So please remember, ha, uulitin ko to mamaya. You cannot digest and absorb fats without emulsifying it first. Unlike your carbs and your proteins that do not need emulsification, your fats would need first requirement emulsification prior to digestion and absorption. Okay, clear? And then your step 5, 4 and 5 is actually your absorption already. When you've hydrolyzed into smaller pieces, it can now be transported into the cells and going to the capillaries. Okay? So, ito yung big picture class, no? Kaya kailangan natapos nyo na yung chemistries nyo. Bakit? Kasi dapat alam mo, ang pagkain na kinakain ko, macromolecule siya. Okay? Big chunks of food, no? Malalaking pagkain. Hindi mo naman siya kayang i-absorb if you haven't broken it down to smaller pieces, and that is digestion. So what is the monomeric subunit of your carbohydrate? It's the monosaccharide. What's the monomeric subunit of your protein? It's your amino acids. And for lipids, it's your fatty acids. Okay? Ano sila naging malaking unit? Ayun, pinagkabit-kabit sila ng covalent bond. So realization, reality check, alam mo to, baka lang nakalimutan mo that your monosaccharides are bonded together via glycosidic linkages, peptide bonds for proteins, and ester linkages for fats to make up your macromolecule. Do we follow? Pabaliktad tayo ngayon, kailangan mo silang gupit-gupitin sa maliliit para ma-absorb mo. And this is making use of your digestive enzymes. So all of the enzymes written here, we will study. Okay? So I hope you got the proper perspective. Okay? So let's check out how we store our carbohydrates in plants and in animals. Okay? It's in the form of, sa plants, starch and cellulose. Okay? Huwag ka malungkot, di mo kayang i-digest ng cellulose. Kasi hindi ka naman kabayo, hindi ka rin baka, hindi ka rin naman goat. No? Wala kang cellulase enzyme. Ang kaya lang natin, starch. We can digest starch. Okay? There is glycogen. Ano pinagkaiba ng starch at glycogen? Yun nga, this is in storage form of animals, this is for plants. Si cellulose, later on in nutrition, you would see that it's good. Despite of not being able to be digested and absorbed, it serves as your dietary fiber. Okay? Diba? O ito ngayon, starch. Ayan yung glucose units. Nako, Dr. Asis lecture. Okay? Ano pinagkaiba nito at saka ito? Yun. Ano pinagkaiba? Pag stretch ko to, ano magiging itsura niya? Hilain ko siya. Ano magiging itsura niya? Magiging linear. Ito, anong pansin niyo dito? It is
Branch.
branch. Very good, no? So what we call the two types of starches, the linear and meron din tayong branching. Ano yun? If you remember? Naalala ko. Hindi lang umaabot. Ano yung naalala niyo?
Amylopectin.
Very good. Amylose is the line and the branching is
Amylopectin.
Very good. Okay? Pansinin mo, si amylopectin branch siya, pero mas highly branched ang glycogen. Okay? And what's the purpose of branching? It's to store more glucose units kasi pareha silang storage form of carbohydrates. Do you follow? All right, moving on. Sige, ayan na pala. Diyos ko, nagpakahirap ako doon. Okay, ito po ang linear, amylose. Ito, makikita mo by branch amylopectin. So what forms the line? It's alpha 1,4 linkages. What forms the line here? Alpha 1,4, full alpha 1,4. What forms the branch? Carbon 1 with the carbon 6, alpha 1,6. Okay? Okay, so your amylopectin and your glycogen has alpha 1,6 apart from having alpha 1,4. But amylose is just linear, it has just alpha 1,4. Why am I telling you that? Di ba ang purpose mo sa digestion to break this? If this is amylose, okay, what is the enzyme? Sabi ni Dr. Bravo, look at the substrate, change the prefix the suffix into an ase. So what is the name of the enzyme? Amylase. So doon nagpagin yun, no? So what is the substrate of amylase? It cleaves just the alpha 1,4. It doesn't cleave alpha 1,6. Do you follow? Okay. Ito, beta 1,4, cellulose. You don't have the cellulase, beta 1,4 linkage breaker. Okay? Alright, moving on. Okay, ito class. This can be glycogen, this can be amylopectin. Anong napansin nyo? Yan ang alpha 1,4. Pag kinompak natin, ganito itsura niya, pero makikita mo merong, ano to? Alpha, yan no? 1,6. Okay? Kaya ba ni amylase i-break yung alpha 1,6? No, kasi ang kaya lang niya i-break yung alpha 1,4. Okay? That is substrate specificity of alpha amylase. Okay? Dok, hindi lang naman po starch ang kinakain ko. Kumakain din ako ng table sugar, umiinom ako ng gatas, at nakakakain ako ng malt. Diba? Paano ko siya i-digest? Hindi na amylase ang kailangan mo. Kasi, iba na, hindi na siya glucose to glucose bonding. Ito lang ang glucose to glucose. So, what do you need? Your disaccharides can be degraded by disaccharidases. Let's convert this now into enzyme. Ano ngayon? Sucrase,
lactase, maltase.
Maltase.
pipigil pa eh. Huwag kang pipigil, mauutot ka, digestion. Diba? Okay. Okay. Tama. Sige, no? Sucrase, lactase, and maltase. So, di ba? Ang dali lang, no? So, saan sila galing, Dok? Pancreas ba sila galing? Hindi na po. Amylase lang po ang galing sa pancreas at saka sa saliva. Where do they come from? From the small intestinal cells. The lining epithelium of your enterocytes secrete all of these. Okay? So, disaccaridases ang tawag. Okay? Moving on. Tapos na tayo sa carbochem. Punta tayo sa lipid chem. Storage form of your fats. What is it? Is your TAG. Okay? Tri, 1, 2, 3, acyl. What's the backbone? Glycerol. Diba? Okay, and these are the ester linkages via dehydration. Okay? Okay. So, this is a lipid. So, anong enzyme? Uy, narinig ko yung sarili ko. Ano ba yun? Okay. Anong enzyme ang magde-degrade ng lipid? O, lipid. O, lagyan mo ng ACE.
Lipase.
Okay, lipase, no? So, anong substrate ng lipase? Only the terminal ester bonds. So, only carbon 1, ito 2, only carbon 1 and 3 ang kaya niya i-break. So, what is the product? How many fatty acids will be released? 2. And what do you maintain? Hindi ito matatanggal. It's 2 monoacyl glycerol. Okay? So, products of lipase digestion of your TAG are 2 fatty acids and carbon 2 still have that acyl group, so 2 monoacyl glycerol. Here? Okay. Oh, polypeptide na tayo. Ano ulit yung covalent bond na nagbabind ng amino acid, amino acid, amino acid? What do you call this bond? Peptide bond. That's the primary structure, di ba? Okay. So, the enzymes proteases cleave the peptide bonds. Okay? Okay, short quiz. Recitation lang naman to. Sige yan. Tignan nyo nga. Examine the figures and then match it with the letter choices. O ano to?
Letter B po.
Very good.
Disaccharide.
Yan, galing-galing. 1 point. Disaccharide. Bakit? Dalawa pong glucose unit yan, no? 1,4 linkage. O next. Ito.
Triglyceride.
Andrea, it's your triglyceride. Ano yung tri? Tatlong hydrocarbon chain fatty acid. Anong klaseng fatty acid to?
Saturated.
Very good. Ito.
Saturated po.
Ito.
Unsaturated.
Unsaturated.
And then you have the glycerol backbone. Okay? Next. Ito.
Polysaccharide daw.
Polysaccharide kasi marami siyang saccharide. Marami siyang sugar. Okay? Okay, ito.
Polypeptide.
Polypeptide.
Yan, Nicola, di ba? Polypeptide. O ilang amino acids yan? Bilang sila.
7 po.
Galing, 7. Ilang peptide bonds ang meron sa 7 amino acids?
6
Diba yun
po.
natin dito? O, di ba 6? Kasi merong amino and carboxylate. Okay? Di ba? Galing-galing yan na dun, no? Parang nakakailan na kayo examine ng polypeptide chain, di ba? Okay, next. Ano to?
Cholesterol po ba, Doc?
Yan, that's your sterol ring with the OH, di ba? That's your cholesterol. Okay, so we're done with this. Okay? Look at the enzyme. Match it with the substrate. Ayan. Oops. Yan. Anong gusto mo? This is what you break. What enzyme is this?
Maltase po.
Maltase.
Very good. Maltase. Okay, next. Sorry, yan.
Esterase po.
Esterase.
Lipase.
Lipase.
Yes, that's lipase. Kasi ang substrate mo, fatty, yung tag, no? So, lipase. Okay. Ito.
Amylase.
Amylase.
Amylase. Amylopectin to, may branch. Pwede ba si amylase, i-cleave niya yung amylopectin? Is it possible?
Yung 1/4.
Yes,
Yung alpha
very,
1,4 po.
very good, no? Stephen and Andrea mentioned it's the alpha 1,4 naman ang nakapoint, hindi naman yung 1,6. So, pwede si amylase. Okay, good, very good. Ayan. Ito.
Protease.
Protease generally. Mamaya papangalanan natin yung mga protease or peptidase. Ito, nadagdagan. Ano kaya yung nadagdag? Natanggal yung OH. Ano kumabit? Parang isang ganito. Pag ang fatty acid nag-bind sa cholesterol, you call it a cholesterol ester. It's a storage form of your fats also, apart from triglycerides. So anong enzyme ang mag-cleave niyan? It's your cholesterol
Esterase.
Okay, ha? Very good, ha? Okay, so yan yon. Okay, so you know the answers. Di ba? 10 points na yan. Tatanungin ko ba yan? Lala. Baka lang. Hindi ko
Yes.
sure. Yes daw agad. Okay? Okay, very good. So, what is the biomedical importance of your knowing the digestive process, no? Diba? You have clinical conditions that are abnormalities in the digestion and absorption of food. And coming soon next week, you have your CBL for steatorrhea, for diarrhea. Tapos in the last week, I think there is milk intolerance. So medyo marami tayong correlated with our topic. Okay? So that's for our CBL conferences. Okay? So your key secretions, no? Ito self-explanatory naman to, pero stress ko lang yung important points, no? Saliva, tignan nyo dyan. It's the parang boom tunnel yan, no? From the mouth, stomach, small intestines, and then colon. But we have accessory organs class, ha? Okay? What are the accessory organs? Your liver and your pancreas, no? Liver is important to produce bile. Pancreas is important to secrete. And they are both endocrine and exocrine by nature. So as exocrine, they function to release your digestive enzymes, okay? But take note, it's not only coming from the pancreas, ha? Digestive enzymes also come from your small intestinal membrane enzymes. Itong mga to. Okay? Clear so far? Yeah. Okay. Eto. How do we secrete acid in the stomach? No? Bakit ba importante yung acid? It's the one that activates your pepsinogen to pepsin. So it's needed for protein digestion. What else? Acid. Bakit nalalagyan ng suka ang pagkain? Para pwedeng patayin niyo yung bakterya. No? And to denature proteins to further help degrade it. No? So to kill microorganisms, to help digest proteins. So that's very important. And it's a function of your parietal cell. Okay? So ito, related naman to sa parang similar siya sa RBC. Yung metabolism nyo sa blood tsaka sa protoporphyrins. No? What is the byproduct of metabolism? What gas? It's your carbon dioxide. Okay? So it can diffuse freely into and outside the cell. Carbon dioxide in the plasma can enter your parietal cell, okay? And it will meet up with water and the enzyme, what? Carbonic anhydrase. So, parang nawalan ako ng araw. Anyway, pag nag-join si carbon dioxide at water, magiging carbonic anhydrase, correct? Pero it will not stay that way. Within a few seconds, maghihiwalay sila. Anong product ng paghihiwalay nila? Okay? Magdi-divorce sila into bicarbonate and protons. Diba? Si bicarb, babalik sa plasma. So if I ask you, what's the major transport form of carbon dioxide in the blood? It's not as carbon dioxide, but it is as bicarbonate. Correct? Kasi babalik siya doon. Anong nangyari sa protons? Ito ngayon pupunta sa lumen ng stomach. Pero bago siya makalabas doon, kailangan niya nitong transporter. So, the protons, for it to go out, needs to have this transporter as a passageway, and it requires ATP. So it's a pump if it requires ATP. So protons go out in exchange for potassium. So what do you think is the name of this transporter? Yung kompletong pangalan. Proton, hydrogen, potassium, pump. Okay? Ano yung shortcut na ginagamit lagi? Tinatawag lang nilang proton pump. Okay? So, familiar sa inyo, di ba? Proton pump. Alam mo na siya. Okay? So, Doc, may negative na lumabas. Dapat may kapalit siya. May chloride na papasok. You call that chloride shift. And when it shifts, ano nangyari? Dire-diretso siya, nag-diffuse to the lumen. Now you have your hydrochloric acid. No? So when the stomach of the lumen becomes very acidic, what happens to the blood? Dumami rin to. So ano nangyari sa blood mo? If this is acidic, ano nangyari dito?
Alkaline po.
Very alkaline. You call that the alkaline tide. Okay? So, after kumain ng meal, magiging acidic ang stomach, expect mo, ang dugo mo, basic. Normal bang basic? Normal kasi physiologic alkalinity. Pero dapat after eating lang, hindi siya dapat basic the whole time. Do you follow? Kaya nga hindi ka kukuha ng blood sample after eating a meal. Di ba usually fasting? Kasi nga magiging basic. Pathologic yun. Baka it might lead you to think that bakit alkaline ng blood? Yung pala ka because of the acidity of the stomach. Okay? Follow? Alright, moving on. Zymogens. Diyos ko, narinig na natin to. Anong sabi? What are zymogens? They are proenzymes, storage form of enzymes. And they are, di ba enzymes are exocrine, digestive enzymes have to be released to the outside of the cell to do its function because they are digestive enzymes. At kailangan mo ng zymogen? What is the importance of a pro or a storage enzyme? Just imagine your pancreatic enzymes working 24/7. It's not stored inactively. What can it do to you? Kahit tulog ka, pancreatic enzymes are active. So what do they do? Since your cells are made of mostly carboprotein and fats, they eat you up even if you're asleep. Correct? So that's why you have zymogen. Pag kailangan lang, that's the only time that you secrete it. Okay? So when does that happen? Pag, di ba, alam niyo yung tawag nila dun, binangungot? Di ba? Ano nangyari pag binangungot? Anong stimulus nun? Excessive eating, samahan mo ng alcohol, tas natulog ka agad. Nalasing ka kasi. What does that do to the pancreas? It makes the pancreas release a lot of enzymes that lead to pancreatic hemorrhaging, and it will release a lot of digestive enzymes to your system that causes auto-degradation. Kaya nagbi-bleed ang GI tract. Do you follow? And technically, Filipino term, tawag nila doon binabangungot. Okay? Alright. So, yan siya. How do I know, Doc, na zymogen pa siya? Look at the name. Pag trypsinogen, pepsinogen, pro, okay? My pro or my nogen, it is an inactive form. So si trypsinogen, magiging trypsin, pepsinogen becomes pepsin, pro-carboxypeptidase become carboxypeptidase, yun yan. Okay? Doc, paano naman kung magiging active yung zymogen? You need secretagogues. So what are secretagogues? They are substances that interact with receptors saan? On the contraluminal surface of your exocrine cells to cause the release of zymogens to become active enzymes. What are examples? They can be neurotransmitters, they can be hormones, they can even be drugs or agents, and they can be toxins. So who will report on diarrhea? I don't know what group, pero basta.
Group 1 po do.
Group 1. O yan, cholera yung case number 2 doon. No? Because you know that cholera causes rice watery stools. And because cholera toxin is a secretagogue. Okay? How does that happen? Ayun o, may dalawang signaling pathways. Class ng table na to, you would see, these are your organs, these are the secretions, and these are your secretagogues. Ano napansin nyo? Ayan o. Neurotransmitters, hormones. Okay? Even cholera does that. Nagkakos ng hypersecretion of whatever, okay, in your GI tract. Okay? So how does that happen? Yung back-to-back lecture natin, signal transduction ata, I think, no? Dr. Alinsueza's lecture, ito yon, no? So you have your hormones that bind to receptors, or neurotransmitters also that bind to receptors, and they signal two pathways, the phospholipase C and the adenylate cyclase pathway, to stimulate the zymogens to be released to the lumen. Yan ang function ng secretagogues. These are your secretagogues, okay? All right, so remember that last. So meaning zymogens cannot be activated without your secretagogues. Okay? From the term itself, it causes the secretion of zymogens to become active enzymes. All right. Oh, ito. Ano kaya secretagogue? Bakit nangangasim ang sikmura natin? Ayun, no? Fight and flight, acetylcholine, histamine, and gastrin. Dok, kailan mo ito nasi-stimulate gastrin? The mere thought of food. Sipin mo lang, pikit ka, mag-isip ka, mapapansin mo parang nag-hyperacidity ka. Nagke-crave ka kasi. So that is the gastrin working on your contraluminal receptors that causes the release of the hydrochloric acid. Okay? Ano to, class? Ano tong red? If these are the receptors for your secretagogues, ano naman? Kanina pinangalanan natin yan. Trace mo, see you. May sumagot na. What is that?
Omeprazole.
Okay, it is your proton pump. No? Okay, so Doc, pwede pala nating ma-inhibit or ma-decrease ang acid production. Yes. Why is biochemistry a first-year subject? And only when you pass biochem, that's when you go into pharmacology, second-year subject. Because the normal is in biochem and you apply it in the drugs that you have, no? So what drug can help decrease acid production? What's the most popular drug? Anong mechanism of action niya? Centering on this illustration. Narinig ko na kanina.
Proton pump inhibitor.
Very good. O, proton pump. Nasaan ba yung proton pump? Di ba si Red? Inhibitor siya. So pag wala to, wala kang hydrochloric acid. Do you follow? Okay, so the best example is your omeprazole. Okay? Di ba? Alam na alam yan. Ako, di ba, saya-saya na ng mga BS Pharma? Ay, may kinabukasan na. May narinig na akong familiar. Okay? Omeprazole. Merong mas lumang gamot, pero maraming side effects. Dizziness, nauseated sila, no? Ano yun? Itong binablock. Histamine receptor blockers, H2 blockers. And the most classic example is your cimetidine, ranitidine, yung Tagamet, no? It's marketed as that. Yun yung una, pero mas maganda ang PPI, no? So, at least may dalawa na kayong alam na gamot, no? For that. Okay. Sige nga, pakibasa. Some people dream of success. Others stay awake to achieve it. Sino ka dun? Feel safe at night, sleep with a medical student. Natutulog ba kayo? Oo naman, Dok, natutulog kami. Di ba? Wala lang. I had that. Sabi ko nga, parang hindi na-relate kasi I had that when we were face-to-face. Di ba? Puyat, walang medical student na natutulog ng kompletong 5 hours straight. When it was pre-pandemic. Tapos tutulog ka sa klase. I-add mo yon. Yes, naka 8 hours ako. Kasi natulog ka sa lecture number 1, lecture number 2, lecture number 3. Habang nasa klase talaga, nakaganon. Kasi nag-aral for shifting. At ang shifting namin lunchtime, 12 to 1 o'clock. After you attend the class, you go to the other section. Nakapila doon yung chairs mo, hiwa-hiwalay kayo, mag-e-exam. Matatapos ka 1:45. Tatakbo ka sa susunod na lecture mo ng 1. Asan ang lunch mo? Dala-dala mo. Inom ka, may kanin ka, may ano ka. Pag dumating ang teacher, tago mo na agad kasi dapat ready ka na. Ngayon, IST time. Saan ka naman? Iisipin ko, sasagot ba akong manual? O matutulog muna ako? Diba? Iba ang conditions ngayon. But I recognize that the Zoom environment is not really mentally conducive because you are alone despite of you see faces. Yan ang social interaction that you need, social support. Anong social support during the pandemic? Lalakad ka to the next classroom, may nasagap kang chismis dun sa kaklase mo. nag-break na pala sila. Sino na jowa? Yung isa. Alam mo yun, tuwang-tuwa ka. Nawala ang isip mo sa studies. Di ba? Pag-upo mo, fresh ka. Kasi may chika kang nakuha. May inasar kang kaklase. May ninakawan ka ng pagkain. Alam mo yun, that social interaction that you lost. Ngayon, ang gagawin mo, pupunta ka sa CR, magbe-break, babalik ka, upo ka na naman, makikinig ka na. Big deal. No? I realized that because I was exposed to the two environments. You were also exposed when you were in college. Diba? Ganun yung hinahanap mo. Sorry naman. Pero, yeah. Kaya tutuloy na po tayo sa lecture. Buhay pa kayo. Okay, buhay pa kayo. Alright. So, realization lang, we recognize your struggles. Okay? Sige. Epithelial transport is absorption of nutrients. So, paano na-absorb ang nutrients? After we break it down, kailangan pumasok siya sa capillaries para pumunta sa liver for metabolism and eventually to your cells. No? So, how does that happen? It can go through the cells, that's transcellular, or it can go red arrow in between cells, paracellular. Okay? Basta importante, meron kang cells na tatagusin para makapunta ka sa bloodstream. Okay. So, the cells have membranes, na? Meron yung luminal membrane, meron contraluminal. Common sense. Ano ba yung malapit sa lumen kung saan mo na-digest yung food? So, that's the luminal plasma membrane. Which is away from the lumen, that's the basolateral or your contraluminal plasma membrane. Okay? So, ay, nakalimutan ko mag-record. Okay. So, luminal plasma membrane has more microvilli, and you know the function is to increase the surface area. Okay? Your contraluminal plasma membrane has fewer kasi hindi mo naman kailangan ng absorptive area on the other side, which has more of the digestive enzymes, the one that is near the lumen. Common sense din yun. Nandun yung pagkain, nandun yung i-degrade mo. Ito pong dalawa, hindi siya digestive enzyme. Adenylate cyclase is for release of zymogens, the function of your secretagogue, and this one later on we'll stress on. No? What are the transport systems? Sodium-mediated transport system is a lot in the luminal plasma membrane, whereas on the other side, you have mostly facilitated diffusion na lang. Okay? Alright. Madali namang i-remember yan. Okay? So, Doc, meron isang important, sodium-potassium ATPase pump. Diyos ko, parang gas-gas na to. College pa lang kayo. Sinasabi nyo na yan. Ano ba talagang function ng sodium-potassium ATPase pump? Ito, it makes use of ATP to pump 3 sodium ions outside the cell and allow 2 potassium inside the cell. Bakit po? Bakit kailangan lumabas ni sodium at pumasok ni potassium? Saan ba dapat si sodium? Intracellular or extracellular class? Huh? I read your lips. All of you would say it is what? An extracellular cation. Correct? Why? Why don't you want sodium to enter the cell? At magtagal siya doon na marami siya doon. Bakit? Because where sodium is, water follows. Diba? And it will cause your cell to swell and eventually burst. Nasira yung cell mo. Okay? So, ang ginagawa ni pump, ano siya? Ito yung bilipid layer mo ng cell membrane. Ito yung ATPase pump. So what is the job? I hope you checked out the video, no? I have a attached video of the ATPase pump in your Moodle course. Nandun siya. Maraming videos. I have 4 videos ata. Check out that ATPase video. What does it do? 3 sodium ions will bind to this ATPase pump at these 3 slots. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Tapos, since it's ATP dependent, it breaks down ATP to ADP and inorganic phosphate. Okay? Pag kumabit si inorganic phosphate, napansin nyo, it changes the configuration from step 1 to step 2. Okay? Proteins change shape. Correct? Especially if something attaches to it. So that's the inorganic phosphate. Tapos ano mangyayari? The 3 sodium goes out and attracts 2 potassium. Ito pa paano babalik dun sa original conformation? Eh, dito galing ko inorganic phosphate. Pagtanggal mo, ayun na siya. Pumasok na si potassium. So what's the effect? I used 1 mole of ATP to pump 3 sodium out and allow potassium in. Why? Because you don't want the cell to swell and eventually burst. Okay? Clear? Eh, Doc, hindi naman siya enzyme, digestive enzyme. Bakit ba natin siya pinag-uusapan? Kasi sodium gets to be absorbed in the small intestines with glucose. Alright? So you cannot absorb glucose and galactose without sodium. That's via SymPort. and it uses the sodium glucose transporter. Okay? So, para ma-absorb mo yung monosaccharide glucose, it has to be with sodium. Naku, Dok, nakakatakot pala yun. Pagpasok niya ng cell, glucose is a carbohydrate. It loves water. Sodium also loves water. E di magsiswell yan kasi papasok lahat ng tubig. Diba? So, ayaw mo yun. Kailangan lumabas din sila, pumunta sa capillaries, tas ito si sodium lalabas using the sodium-potassium. Okay? Clear yan, ha? Okay? So, that's how glucose enters the cell and goes to your extracellular fluid and eventually to your capillaries. Okay? Clear? Any questions on that so far? Okay? So, moving on. So, paano natin na-absorb class? Ito po yung glucose transportation. Na? Via active transport, it is sodium-mediated active transport. Okay? And what is the difference between passive and active transport? Pakitandaan po. Kaya naging active kasi even if you have a small concentration of the solutes, it can still traverse kasi nga actively driven. Kailangan mo ng power. Na? In passive transport, you need a higher concentration for it to go downhill. Do you follow? Okay. Kunwari pagkain ito. Okay? Kunwari sugar ito. Dok, ano po ba yung na-absorb via sodium-mediated active transport? It's glucose and galactose. What is absorbed via facilitated diffusion is fructose, fruit sugar. So, pipili ako, Dok, kakain ako ng kanin versus fruit banana. Sino ang mas madaling magpaparaise ng sugar levels ko? Isang pirasong tinapay o isang pirasong saging? Ha? Ito kahit konting tinapay ang kainin ko, sure ako, papasok. Yung saging, kailangan kumain ako ng madami-dami para pumasok. So, sorry naman sa diabetic, kahit isang tasang kanin, kalahating tasang kanin, sure ka ma-absorb at tataas ang glucose levels mo. What do you call that? It's what you call glycemic index. Narinig niyo na yun? Diba? Glycemic index is the capacity of food to raise sugar levels within an hour. And that's what we don't like for diabetics. So what do we recommend? For diabetics, dapat lesser ang intake ng what? Rice and bread, but more of the fruits. Okay? Tapos maraming fruits para tumaas yung sugar levels mo. Okay? Alright? So I hope you see the clinical significance of that. Okay? Moving on, teka, parang may nag-chat. Okay, very good. Okay, so once we have digested, absorbed, dadaan siya to two routes to go to the liver. Okay? We have the blood route and the lymphatics. Lahat ba ng kinain mo magta-travel sa blood? Sana lahat mag-travel sa blood, pero merong hindi soluble sa blood. Remember, your blood is water-based, polar, na? Eh, meron tayong kinakain na hindi siya kayang mag-travel dito. Ano yung mga kinakain nyo na hindi kaya mag-travel sa blood directly? Ha? Sa macronutrients nyo, ano yung kinakain nyo na hindi agad-agad siya malulusaw sa dugo mo? It's your fats, no? Marjorie, it's your fats, no? So, pag kumain ka ng butter, uminom ka ng full cream milk, kumain ka ng chicharon, kumain ka ng taba ng baboy, no? Okay, deep sea fish, nag-salmon ka, nag-tuna ka, hindi mo siya agad ma-absorb. So, saan siya dadaan? Sa lymphatics. And what will be the carrier protein that carries dietary fats? It's your, ayan, chylomicrons. What other lipoproteins do you know that carry fats also? Lipoprotein, it's your, yung mga may L. LDL, yan, very good. VLDL, HDL, pero ito lang ang exception. Chylomicron is also a lipoprotein, but it carries exogenous fats, dietary fats. So after an hour of eating a fatty food, tataas ang chylomicron levels. Tapos magta-travel siya to the left subclavian vein and eventually to the bloodstream. Okay? Clear? So yan ha. Okay, pareha lang. Okay? So, di ba? How do we digest food? Very complicated. Kumain ako ng banana bread, hindi lang naman banana yan, bread na yan. So, meron na siyang carb, may protein, may fat. O tingnan mo, hinihiwalay-hiwalay ng katawan nyo. Paano niya i-digest? Yung fiber, hindi niya dinigest. Diretso. Yung starch na digest, dumaan sa portal vein. Yung gatas na ginamit mo, yung protein, na digest sa simple amino acids, dumaan sa portal vein. Pero yung fats na ginamit mo, short chain and medium chain fats go to the portal vein. But the long chain fats go to the lymphatics. Okay? Please remember that. So choice, ano yung choices natin? Which nutrient would travel the lymphatics? A, sugar, B, amino acid, C, short chain fatty acids, D, long chain fatty acids. Okay? It will only be your long chain fatty acids. Pwede ko bang sabihin, ibahin ko, glucose, methionine, lagyan ko ng ano, di ba? Lauric acid and linoleic acid. O, sino? Binigyan ko lang specific names, yung mga nutrients na yan. So, sino magta-travel sa lymphatics? It's your linoleic acid. Because you know that linoleic acid is a omega-3 or omega-6 fatty acid. Ha? Linoleic acid is an omega-6 fatty acid. Okay? So, di ba? Huwag kayong mag-move on sa biochem masyado. Yung mga pinagdaanan yung topics, babalikan natin. Ha? Hindi pwedeng iwan. Okay? Sige. Alright, so this one is a good picture. Nakita ko lang siya para lang may recall kayo. Diba? Nagsisimulang kinakain nyo sa mouth. So what is the chemical digestion active in the mouth? It's just your carbo. Nothing happens for protein, nothing happens for fats. Okay? Sa stomach naman, ano lang ang active? Ayun, pepsinogen. So wala kang digestion ng carb at ng fats. Bakit? The acid inactivates your amylase and your lipase. Do you follow? Pagdating sa small intestines, all of them now are actively metabolized or degraded. Okay? Clear? So that's just the significance of this table or this illustration. Okay? Same here. Okay? Alright? Are we good? Okay. So, it's 1:53. So, sige, we'll have a 5-minute break. Okay? Diba yan yung mga Zoom patig na eh. No? Saturated na. Sige, CR lang kayo and then be back 5 minutes. Thank you.